Hey everybody, it's Cheryl and welcome to week 4 of Technique of the Week, and we are going to talk this week about pastel dye sticks. And these are sort of like a crayon. They are pastel sticks, sort of like you would use in your art classes, and this is what they look like. They are made by Pentel and they are incredibly inexpensive. They're dirt cheap. Like, I think this was maybe $4, $5. So really inexpensive and a really great way to get to play around with some art. So what I did was I took the same fish design that I did in week 3 and decided that I would draw that onto my fabric and then color it sort of like crayons with these dye sticks to see how this would turn out. And this was the end result right here. And this little guy was really fun. It was quick. I did some shading with, on the yellow with the orange so that, I had some dimension to this little fish. And in the end, what I did was I washed this out with some really just straight up hand soap. I mean, real strong, like dish soap. It was real harsh stuff. And the colors ended up coming out really good. So, they stayed really vibrant. You do have to iron this first before you go ahead and wash it. And I will say that these things are really smudgy. They're a lot like the pastels that you would use in an art class, where if you were to get some on your hands, you would be able to transfer that color to somewhere else in the project. So be careful about that if you're going to use this in your quilt, that if you get it kind of smudges around. The other thing you really want to make sure that you do is to cover your ironing surface and follow the directions on the package, because it does say to cover your ironing surface with some other, either newspaper or brown paper bag or just scrap fabric that you may have laying around. And the reason why you want to do that is because this stuff will transfer from this to that surface until it's heat set. So once I did that, then I washed it. It stayed pretty bright. This would be a great project for you to do with kids and take their artwork and put it into a fabric square and then, put that into a quilt. So it's a really neat idea. So give this one a try. Pastel Dye Sticks, a really inexpensive and fun project to try. So don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and also don't forget that you can get the entire list of the Technique of the Weeks on my website at www.muppin.com, where you can sign up for my newsletter and get a download of all of the projects and with a little checklist, and you can follow along as you go. So I will see you next week.